As actually we have said on numerous occasions, a trade war is not something that we do not want. Actually, China wants to develop good relations, including relations with all countries, including the United States. But if China's interest is being harmed and hurt, it is inevitable that China will respond. And as I said, we are filing a complaint at the WTO, and we are taking countermeasures. And you may have heard that yesterday China announced a few measures to counter this unwarranted increase in the U.S. tariffs against the Chinese goods. Well, when it comes to the climate change, I think first the number one principle is common but differentiated responsibility. China, being a developing country, will contribute our fair share, let me put it that way. And at the same time, our efforts at the renewable energy and in terms of the decarbonization of economy, and we will continue whatever action or inaction other countries like the United States may take. Well, actually, whether a country should be characterized as developed or developing countries, there are objective criteria, and there are economic statistics to support one's characterization. And I think China is developing very rapidly, but at the same time you need to realize that China has a very huge population, and compared to the developed economies, China still has a long way to go. And so China is a developing country, so no one can deny that. And also I want to emphasize the reason why China emphasizes being a developing country is that we also want to show our solidarity with the global South. And this is something that, as we always say, that China will always belong to the global South. Indeed, that is something that has been agreed upon previously. So the developed countries should implement the obligations they have undertaken, and I think now it is all the more important that for the developed countries to really be serious about their financial obligations in improving the situation when it comes to the climate change. We are doing quite a lot, and I'm sure we'll be doing more, that's for sure. But that's not because what the U.S. has done or has not done, because we have very good relations with Africa, with Latin America, and the other global South countries. And we have made a lot of commitment. I'm sure you have heard about the FOCAC. There the President Xi made a commitment to put more money and to carry out more projects for the development of Africa. And also I'm sure you have heard the Belt and Road Initiative. As I said, this is an economic initiative. It creates a platform for the Global South in particular to develop their economy. And also this Global Development Initiative, and which is very much welcomed by the Global South countries in the United Nations. So we have set up this a group of friends for the GDI, and so we are doing a lot. And this is, again, we are putting a lot of money. We set up funds to help or to implement the projects that the Global South countries need for their development and for the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. First, Taiwan is part of China. This is a historical fact and has always been part of China. And in terms of the international law, This fact has been endorsed by the Cairo Declaration that was at the end of the Second World War, when Japan was forced to return when Japan was forced to return Taiwan back to the sovereignty of China. And secondly, I want to mention here in the United Nations, this is a 2758 resolution, and this has procedurally and politically resolved the representation issue. The point was made very clear that Taiwan is part of China, and this is a policy that is recognized by the United Nations within the framework here. So, and thirdly, the U.S. in establishing its diplomatic relations with China, that is one of the conditions, that they should recognize that there is only one China. So this one China policy was the basis for any country who wants to establish diplomatic relations with China. So I don't think that the U.S. government can go back on their commitment. And here in the UN, I know they're going to try to promote the involvement of the Taiwan in the affairs of the UN, and also may make some noises. But I don't think that is something that they can be successfully achieved.